Okay, so not a sport related video, but it is channel related, and it's kind of an interesting topic. I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, just on the internet, looking at Wikipedia. And when you sort of play the Wikipedia game where you go from random article to random article and you just go through, I ended up on the influencer article on Wikipedia. And it was actually quite interesting, just skim reading it a little bit, but then I focus on the YouTube section, how they rank, you know, channels on YouTube and accounts on Instagram, TikTok, things like that. I'm ranked as a nano influencer because we have between 1,000 and 10,000 subscribers. We are classed as a nano influencer, and I don't like the term influencer. I never have, and I've made my views clear on certain internet personalities who've done some very controversial things that have made social media a bit toxic. And then over recent years, we've seen how toxic social media can be for people, and we've seen some tragic things happen. We've seen some stupid things happen. But I looked at it from like an economic point of view at first, and then I started to delve in a little bit deeper. So here's two facts that stood out to me. Every minute, 300 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube alone. That's not including the other video sharing social media websites that are out there. And 5 billion videos on YouTube alone are watched daily. So then I look at my little channel that I have here and the other little channel that I've got going, and we're just a small drop in the ocean that is YouTube alone. The fact that we've got over 1,199 subscribers as of this point, so just below 1,200, is for me very humbling as someone who just does this as a hobby. The fact that the view counts and the growth in the channel in the last couple of days has been fantastic. It really has been humbling. Some of the videos have done quite well. Getting a lot of new people in the comments section, commenting, got people sharing and using YouTube to share the content with other people that they know. A lot of likes, a lot of new subscribers. That is fantastic. Still classed as a nano influencer. So I thought, well, what does this actually mean? And they grade YouTube channels, they grade Instagram accounts, and this is what potential advertisers and potential sponsors will look at, is your potential reach to a wider audience. And what we've seen over the last 6 years is a lot of controversies on, we'll use YouTube as the example because this is the social media platform we're using, where after Jake and Logan Paul and their Suicide Forest and some of their antics in 2017 and 2018, for example, the ad apocalypse, and YouTube changed its AdSense account and how you now, and the thresholds to have monetization, which they keep tweaking, which is very frustrating as someone who's trying to get to that. We reach the threshold and we lose advertising revenue. So I at one point was making money off the platform, but when you hit that 1,000 subscriber count, suddenly your reach explodes, and in between the 1 and 10,000, you'll have a bigger reach on the algorithm. When you hit that next one, the algorithm promotes it some more. So there are people who actually study this, and there is an economic impact. And obviously, at some point, I am hoping to make some money off the platform, which will help supplement my full-time income, which is not great. I'm on less than £12 an hour at the moment. I'm awaiting my pay rise for this year backdated. I've just had a half my pay rise basically to the living wage, so I'm not earning like stupid money. I'm getting by. I'm on a low income basically, so I'm just plodding along. I live by myself, so yeah, it is tough, but I live in the real world. And this is why I'm going back to why I dislike the influencer tag. A lot of these social media personalities have never had a real day job. They've never had to grind away at a low-paid job or in a middle management position in an office or whatever, and actually have to grind away and worry about, can I afford to buy food this week? Can I afford to pay my property taxes this month? Council tax here in the UK, for example. My medical bills. I have to get some prescriptions. Can I afford? A lot of them don't live in the real world. They live in a bubble. And I think this is the negative side of social media, not the toxic side, where the nasty comments, the abuse, the nasty shit that happens. Yes, I dropped a swear word in there, but we're talking about the not living in the same reality as everyone else. Yet they're classed as influencers, and young people see these people as role models. That's concerning. I do think we spend too much time on social media, and yes, I said the irony of that with me making a video about social media on social media, but yeah, 300 hours of videos a minute are uploaded and 5 billion videos are watched daily just on YouTube alone. I do remember when YouTube first came along. I didn't really engage with it that much, to be honest. I didn't get a smartphone until 2017. So a full 10 years after the first iPhone came out, I finally got a smartphone. I didn't get my first Xbox 360 until the second gen of the 360 in 2013. I didn't get my Xbox One until 2015. So a full year after 2014, a full year after everyone else had gone mad for it. I haven't got the latest gen of console, so I've stopped gaming. I've dropped. I no longer use Twitter, Snapchat. I barely use Instagram. I barely use Facebook as much. I'm more YouTube centric now. And even then, I'll go most of the time without, until I get home. I won't, obviously, at work I can't, because I can't be on my phone because my job is a manual job. But I do think we are getting a little bit too reliant on social media. I think it's having a lot of negative impacts on society, which is why I don't like this influencer type thing. I think we are lacking role models in communities and families. I think that a lot of families now give the kid an iPad, give the kid a laptop, mobile phone, let them just play on their electrical devices, rather than actually saying, let's go outside, kids, let's play football down the park together, let's go out with your mates, go on mountain bike rides, run, cause chaos in the woods like we used to. We don't go outside enough. The usage by young people of tech is kind of worrying, that they're too reliant on the technology, and they seem to be very lost without their smartphone, without their tablet, laptop, smart TV. I think we're getting far too reliant on technology. I don't like this influencer term, because some of these influencers are bad influences, I would say, and there's some negative connotations with that. Never been comfortable with that. But then I looked at, as I said, the economic side. If there's 300 hours of videos uploaded a minute, advertisers are going to love that. 5 billion videos watched daily, advertisers are going to love that. And some small company startups are using social media as a way to get their brand out there quicker. It's cheaper than using print media. It's actually cheaper for a company to advertise online for a 5 to 30 second ad than pay for a centre spread in a newspaper or a magazine. It costs more. It's actually cheaper to advertise online. It's even cheaper to advertise online than on TV. And we are seeing that shift away from the traditional media like television, radio, and print media to online. But I do think we are heavily reliant on tech. I think it's making us lazy. It's making us, society's not doing as well. And I'm not comfortable with the term influencer. But, as I say, classed as a nano influencer. And I've gone down a little bit of rabbit hole on this. I just found it interesting, but I'm looking at more of the negatives than the positives. And I do know it is ironic because I'm on YouTube discussing this. But there we go. What are your thoughts on the term influencer? If you have a channel or an Instagram, would you be ranked as a nano, a micro, a macro, a mid-level, a top tier, or an internet celebrity? Because I do know that some other YouTubers follow this channel, leave comments on the channel when they view content, and vice versa. I have had some support from some other YouTubers as well. Oh look, a YouTube notification has gone off on my phone there. But it is interesting. It does interest me. But I have my views on the term influencer, and also my views on, I think, where we're heading at the moment. I think platforms like YouTube have got better in getting rid of the nasty content, the toxic content. But other platforms like Instagram, like TikTok, what is now X, formerly known as Twitter, Threads, are very toxic platforms. So I do think sometimes taking a bit of a break from social media is a good thing, or using it less. I definitely use it less. I've noticed there's been a shift over recent years, even before the pandemic, in some of the stuff posted on social media. It's becoming very divisive, and society's quite divided as a result over the last decade or so. But that's my thoughts on it. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll have some more content for you guys of a sports nature very, very soon.